Under the influence of the food prepared by Le Ping, the queen's power has increased, and she decides to ask him what he wants. Le Ping claims that he wants to find out how the demon queen and the heroes can exist. The queen decides to accept his terms, but only if these experiments will give her strength. She demands that everything delicious be served on the table. A year passes. Since the demon queen invaded here and destroyed the barrier, time here has quickly synchronized with the time of the outside world, and the village is now completely open to wild animals. But because of the queen's presence, they dare not approach. Meanwhile, the queen calls for Le Ping. Over the year, the queen has gained a lot of weight and gotten fat. Le Ping prepares dinner and calls the queen to the table. It seems to the queen that Le Ping is feeding her food on purpose to weaken her and destroy her. But this is not the case again. Le Ping reminds her that chips are high in calories and that they make people gain weight. The queen decides to get rid of the fat by converting it into magical power. They start eating lunch, and the queen likes everything very much. Le Ping feels like he has been living with the queen for thousands of years. The queen thinks that he is mocking her, but at the same moment the hero takes out the queen's favorite dessert from the refrigerator and calms her down. Meanwhile, the strangers are attacked by dark wizards. The bearded grandfather tells his daughter to run away, but she is not going to leave her father. The fight gathers momentum, and the dark wizard throws the man away with his attack. They are saved by a giant mammoth with the master toad on top, and the toad master is the dog Wankai. He tells them not to touch them and to bring them to the hero. Elif wakes up in bed, safe and sound, and runs to find her father. She finds her father in good health, surrounded by the protagonist, the queen, and his dog. The queen is angry at the dog for bringing them here. The queen doesn't like their presence and says she came here first and tells them to leave quickly. Le Ping calls everyone to tea and asks them to taste the barley tea he has made. The queen thinks that the hero is going to conduct some kind of experiment and is upset as if he is not enough for her. Grandpa remembers that the moment he woke up, the hero gave him a magic drink, and he immediately regained his strength. Grandpa and his daughter try the tea. The tea turns out to be a miraculous drink that raised their levels in an instant, and because of this, the girl's elven blood awakened. The hero is upset because he cannot serve the snacks, for they were eaten by the demon queen. The hero wonders why they were attacked, and the man replies that it was all because of the elven blood in his daughter's body, for the law forbids interracial marriages. The queen says it's nonsense because the demon queen has united the world, and the man says that they are being pursued by messengers from the dark guild from the demon kingdom. The queen wonders where this guild came from and what they want. It turns out that the dark guild is conducting experiments on the resurrection of the demon queen, and for this they need elven blood. So it turns out that the queen hasn't been heard from in 500 years, and everyone thinks she's dead, and that according to the records, the queen was killed by a legendary hero. The queen is angry because this is not true, and that the legendary hero is actually Le Ping. Grandpa and his daughter are in a state of shock. The queen gets angry and leaves, saying that she is not going to entertain them anymore, and that the hero goes too far to humiliate her. Grandpa wonders what Le Ping is going to do. Le Ping asks them to calm down, as he doesn't know what to do, because after the barrier was broken, time became chaotic until it synchronized for 500 years. As night falls, father and daughter whisper, thinking that history is repeating itself, and that the demon queen has left the world for a life with her lover, and wonders why the hero would save them if he plans to kill them anyway. Suddenly, a dark figure enters the room and wonders why they are awake. It turns out to be the protagonist with an offer to play cards. After explaining the rules, the hero asks if they are ready. The heroes take it as a test, not for life, but for death. Elif asks what the name of the game is, and the hero finds it difficult to answer, eventually calling it Battle with the Dragon, and says that they, as the two protagonists, must unite and defeat the dragon. Father and daughter are afraid of the hero, but decide to play the game. Meanwhile, when Elif draws the cards, all her magic power is drained. The game begins, and the hero has no strong cards. Meanwhile, it is Burz's turn. He decides to go valet, thus losing some of his life force. The hero decides to skip the move, and now it's Burz's turn. He moves with 4 cards, which results in a leg loss due to the high cost. The hero misses again, and Burz moves again. Elif misses the turn. Hero throws a strong card, and they find themselves with nothing to beat it with. Hero moves a combination of strong cards, thus triggering the strongest attack called Giant Water Wave, which washes away the heroes. The hero goes with another strong card combination, and this time Elif makes a move and counter cards. The hero moves a combination of joker cards and summons a strong demon. The demon notices the queen and says he can easily kill her, but no such luck. The hero notices that the cards are draining the uncle's life force, and so decides to stop the game by collecting cards in the deck. The next morning, the heroes decide to leave and thank Le Pen for such a warm welcome. The hero gives them barley tea as a gift. He gives his uncle a deck of cards, but the queen comes up and tells them to get out, and tells the hero to make her something delicious. It turns out that the queen last night bewitched the heroes with the magic of non-disclosure, creating a demonic mark on their necks, and if they blabber, they will die imminently, a mark that will behead them. They get to the place where the demons attack them and notice something in the neighborhood. It turns out to be a high-level demon with his henchmen. Bears remembers the cards given to him by the protagonist and mentions his words that the most important thing is determination. He also tells his daughter that they will go to the land of the elves to retrieve their mother, as he did many years ago. Burz calls for cards. It turns out to be a combination of strong cards that calls for the elven woman who looks so much like his wife, thus summoning an attack of 1,000 arrows. The next day, the hero says that he would like to see more of the world, as he has been growing vegetables, and the magical world is actually full of many wonders. The queen appears on the chair and wonders what he is upset about. The hero explains that he would like to go to the outside world, and the queen suggests he go now. They change clothes and set off on their journey, the queen calling for a portal to the nearest city. However, the hero has questions. He asks her to stay by his side for the whole journey, as he himself is very weak. The queen sees this as orders and puts forward his condition. He must make her a pudding from a pile of fruit. The hero agrees, and they jump into the portal. The queen and the hero travel to the city of Boster. The city seems peaceful, for during her reign, the demoness laid the foundation. Before her reign, there was constant conflict in the cities. The demoness used her power to suppress all those in conflict and set a set of rules according to which all are equal. She was the one who established peace in the world. But the hero didn't care about her stories because he was interested in a shop with plush toys. But a big pig monster smashes her shop and demands rent money from her. The hero decides to stand up for her, but he is powerless and asks Elizabeth to help him. She refuses, and the hero decides to shout to be arrested. but no one cares. The pig-headed man decides to attack them, but Elizabeth darkens the sky into red. Leping warns her that if she starts attacking, she'll destroy the whole town and asks her to just scare them. Elizabeth retracts her attack, and the pig tells them to pay if they want to stand up for these orphans. The protagonist asks Elizabeth for money, but she doesn't have any money either. Suddenly, a centaur named Sagittarius comes to the rescue. He throws the money to the pig and tells him to get out. The orphan thanks everyone for their help, and Leping offers the knight fruit. The centaur refuses, but asks them for a favor. Together, they enter the pub and head for the room. They arrive. The knight opens the door and is greeted by a bewitching beauty, his wife. The queen is angry that he's wasting her time. The centaur wives are angry. Gasha is annoyed by Elizabeth's behavior, and a conflict arises. Elizabeth says that this is the queen's character and asks if she has a problem with it. The other wives step in and express their displeasure. Leping immediately gives the queen a pudding to calm her down, and the queen gladly accepts it. Next, the centaur asks the hero and queen to go with them to the dungeon for treasure. Anya explains that dungeons are places where ancient people hid their treasures. The centaur also explains that it takes 8 people to go to the dungeon, and there are already 8 of them. The orphan girl asks not to go because she knows it will be dangerous, but the centaur assures her that she does not need to fight, but only to be present, and that her reward will be several tens of thousands of gold coins.